In this video, we are going to be looking at simultaneous equation. Now, we have a simultaneous equation when we have two equations with two or more variables. Now, as always, the best way to explain this is to solve an example. All right, we are told to find the unknown, and we're given two equations, x plus y equals 3, 3x plus y equals 5. Now, the first thing I need you to note before I solve this equation is that there are various methods of solving simultaneous equation. In this video, we are going to be looking at substitution method. So we are going to be looking at substitution method. Now, in subsequent videos, we are going to be considering other methods. So let's solve this question. Now, step one is to name the equation. So I have equation 1, I have equation 2. Now, the next thing I would like to do to make this very easy for every one of us is to try to write the steps you need to take to be able to solve any simultaneous equation. Here we have it. So I have step 1, pick one of the equations. Step 2, make one of the variables the subject of formula. Step 3, substitute for that variable in the second equation. Step 4, solve for the second variable. Step 5, solve for the first variable. Now let's put this into practice. Now let's do this. So I have solution. Now step 1, pick one of the equations. So I pick equation 1. So I write from equation 1. And what is equation 1? X plus y equals 3. Now the next step, make one of the variables the subject of the formula. To make a variable the subject of the formula, you want that variable to stand on its own on one side of the equation. So I want to make x the subject of the formula. So y has to leave this side of the equation. So I'm having x equals 3. When plus y move through to the other side of the equation, it becomes minus y. Now let's go to step 3. Substitute for that variable in the second equation. Now look at what I'll do. Put x equals to 3 minus y in equation 2. Can you see? I'm substituting for x in the second equation. So I have 3x plus y equals to 5. So that's what I overwrite that second equation. So now to substitute for x into this equation, what it means is that anywhere you see x, you call it 3 minus y. Now look carefully. So I have 3. Now I'm seeing x, so I put in brackets 3 minus y. Close the bracket. Then I have plus y equals to 5. I hope you understand that. Anywhere you see x, you call it 3 minus y. Now let's do this. Open this bracket. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times minus y. Remember, you have an invisible plus here. So plus times minus is minus. 3 times y is 3y. Then I have plus y equals to 5. So now I have 9 minus 3y plus y is minus 2y equals 5. Now I have to collect like terms. So let me do that here. Collect like terms. So I'll be having 9 will come and meet 5 because they are both numbers. Minus 2y equals 5. Now the sign of 9 here is plus. When it crosses the equal to sign, it becomes minus 9. So I have minus 2y equals to 5 minus 9 is minus 4. So I divide both sides by minus 2 to get y, because minus 2 is the coefficient of y. So I have minus 2y over minus 2 equals to minus 4 over minus 2. So I'm left with minus cancels minus, 2 cancels 2, y equals to minus cancels minus, 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So y equals to 2. So can you see, I've done step 4. I've solved for the second variable, which is y. So I need to solve for the first variable, which is x. And to do that, I put y equals to 2 in any of the equations, whether equation 1 or equation 2. Now let's do that. So now I say put y equals to 2 in equation, I can say 1. You can put it in any. So now let's do that. Remember, I would always write the equation first. X plus y equals to 3. So anywhere I see y, I call it 2. So I'm having x plus 2 equals to 3. Then collect like terms. X equals to 3. What's the sign of 2 here? Plus. When it crosses the equals to sign, it becomes minus. So x equals to 3 minus 2 is what? 1. Which implies that x equals to 1, y equals to 2. This is my final answer. I hope you understand it.